Hey generators, Pat Rennie back, and we are, wait, what am I saying we? Where is G? Oh, G's still not here. Hey generators, this is Pat Rennie, and today I'm going to share top 5 guy groups. If you guys have seen my video on my top 5 girl groups, click the link down below. Anyway, on to it, top 5 guy groups. Now keep in mind, like I said in my last video, I'm basically saying K-pop groups like in general. I'm not talking about active or broken up or anything like that. I'm just talking about my top 5 that got me to being a K-pop fan to being a K-pop fan now. So let's get to it. Number 5, and the reason why I had to say number 5 for these guys, I hated saying this. I really did hate saying this. The main reason why I had to say it was because they haven't been active in 3 years and I'm just waiting for the new music to come out. But number 5 would have to be 2PM.
Give me one more chance.
Okay, I need to stop the fun. Anyway, 2PM, they are my top 5 guy group, and the reason why is because like when I first heard them, I really wasn't too big into them when I first heard them. But what really did it for me was the K-drama Dream High. JYP, you know, always has some good artists. They got my girl Suzy, and then if it wasn't for Suzy, there wouldn't be Miss A, and man, Suzy. Alright, back to the topic of guy groups, but I say that my favorite 2PM song would have to be Hands Up.
Now put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up.
And why? Because like when you walk into a club or you walk into like some bar or something like that, like you think of that music that's blaring and everything like that, and 2PM, like Hands Up, that's one of the things that I would hear when I'm in a club. So if Jay Park was still in 2PM, I'd say that he'd be my bias. Alright, and my bias would have to be Wooyoung. Now, originally my bias was Nakoon, but then he started dating Tiffany, and then I was getting a little, you know, I just couldn't handle it. I'm just kidding. But basically what did it for me was the Dream High drama, and you know, I'd like see Wooyoung's individual dancing and the singing and everything like that. I'm like, yeah, like the dude's got major talent and I give him mad respect for that. So moving on to number 4. Now, this wasn't an easy one, but I remembered when G and I did a reaction to these guys, but my number 4 would have to be iKON. Yeah, so ever since the show Who Is Next, I was really big into both groups. I liked both Team A and Team B, even though I was really rooting for Team A, but I mean, I still respected Team B. They were, you know, super talented. I loved their dance cover of basically, I think it was GD's Crayon. Yeah, it was Crayon. It was Crayon. And I knew that they had a lot of talent and everything like that. You know, I was just more into Team A, aka Winner. But my favorite iKON song would definitely have to be Love Scenario.
우리가 만든 love scenario 이젠 조명이 꺼지고.
It was either that or Rhythm Ta, because Rhythm Ta has it on the Pump It Up machine and Dave & Buster's, and I would always be playing that. But my favorite member would have to be B.I. You know, he definitely has like the most passion and the most drive, especially when you rewatch Who Is Next. You definitely can tell this guy has a lot to offer. He's super talented, and you know, you just gotta give respect to that guy. Moving on to number 3. It's obvious. It's another YG group, as always. This one would have to be, obvious one, Winner. So Winner are my number 3, and the reason why I like them a little bit more than iKON watching Who Is Next was there's something about those guys that they just seem to want it more, and they had a little bit more development, even though like obviously like iKON were the more talented ones. I think that Team A, I think they just wanted it a bit more. And then when they finally debuted, I was really big into their album. I thought they did really, really good. But after when that one member left, like, I thought they just became a stronger group, you know, having 4 members, and they're doing really good on their own, you know, as, you know, 4 members. Now, I have to say that my favorite song would have to be Really, Really. And I'm also saying that because, like, they play on the Pumpin' Up machine, but it's just such a good song, and it's like one of those feel-good songs. And my bias would have to be Jinwoo, and the only reason why was because, I guess because, like, in the show Who Is Next, like, you see a lot of development. You see him improve as an artist, coming from, like, a trainee who had a lot to work on. They all had a lot of things to work on, but him specifically, he had a lot more struggles than the others, and you get to see him develop more and more and actually get better as an artist. So I give him mad respect for that. Moving on to number 2. Well, number 2 was very hard to choose from because, I mean, these guys were what helped me, you know, really become a K-pop fan. So making them number 2, it hurts a little bit just saying that, so don't hurt me. But my number 2 would have to be Big Bang. It hurts saying that because I love Big Bang. You know, they were one of the first groups that I first listened to. Actually, one of the first songs that I listened to that was from K-pop was Hadu Hadu. And it was that one music video that they did. And it was very depressing, but I loved it. So, let's see, having a favorite song. This is a very hard one because they have so many good ones. So many good ones, it's very hard to choose from. But I would have to say Fantastic Baby.
Wow, fantastic, baby.
Alright, why Fantastic Baby? Because, like, that song was actually, like, it was like one of the most memorable, like, songs that got them very, it's such a blood pumping song. And then everyone knows, like, when you hear a Big Bang song, you automatically think Fantastic Baby. And the music video, like, to add up to that, that was just epic. I can't believe it's 6 years old already. That's just the crazy part. So my bias. This is a really hard one because I like all of them. That's another thing too, all the members are relevant. There's like not one member that no one knows about. Like every member is relevant. But if I had to say my bias, it would have to be Taeyang. Only because, why Taeyang? Because basically what did it for me was his solo album. When he came out with Wedding Dress, I Need a Girl, like that's basically what did it for me. I love his solo music, and like he was always my bias, even in Big Bang. So it's kind of sad that like they're in the army and not really putting any new music out. So that kind of bums me out, but that's why we have my number 1. I think you guys know who it is. I think it would have to be BTS. They are my number 1. I became a BTS army. So basically what did it for me was the Fire music video. But my favorite song from BTS would have to be, I love a lot of their songs. Fake Love, DNA, like they have so many good songs. But I think the one song that really made me an army, and this, I might be a late bloomer for this, I would say it's Mic Drop. But like, how can it not be Mic Drop? You got Steve Aoki that was like playing in the background, the remix version, so good, you know? And I love that it's been playing all over like the American, like it played at Z104.3, which is the Baltimore music station, played at American Music Awards and all that stuff, so that's a big accomplishment. And that song is just, it has that same feeling when you listen to any other like blood pumping, like memorable K-pop songs like Big Bang's Fantastic Baby and other songs like that. Like when you think about BTS, you think Mic Drop. So my favorite member, now this is a hard one because I really do like all the members. Like RM, Suga, and J-Hope, they, you know, they are rap like beasts. Like, no joke. Like, I love their rapping, and I never once heard like any bad raps from them. And Jimin, Jungkook, V, like, they are very talented singers. And oh no, they really are talented dancers to add up to that. So it's really hard for me to choose from. If I had to say, it would definitely have to be Jungkook, the maknae. And why Jungkook? Because there's something about Jungkook that, you know, he just adds a little bit more than the others, like when it comes to singing and dancing. Like, he's something about Jungkook, he just kind of gives a little bit more than the others, but they're all super talented guys. And there you guys have it. My number 1 is BTS. So thank you guys for checking out my top 5 guy groups. If you'd like to see, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know who your top 5 male groups are. And remember, no matter if you're too young, too old, or somewhere in between, anyone can be a K-pop fan. And this is Pat, and I'll see you guys with a new video. Later!